Hey guys, Dwayne Bryant here from WagerTalk.com with another edition of my MLB trend report. I've got 5 more excellent trends for you that are active on today's games, and we're going to get right into them. And guys, just a quick reminder never to make a bet based on any single trend, angle, or piece of information. Simply use the trends I'm giving you here in addition to the handicapping that you have done on these games. And for trend number one, we're going to go back to last season and we are going to look at Dane Dunning. We're going to look at him on the road, and we're going to look at him on the road against opponents who have a winning percentage of less than 50. In other words, teams with a losing record. So we'll hit the SDQL button, and you'll see that despite being an average favorite of about minus 121, Dunning and the Rangers are 1-9, losing by nearly 2 runs per game, and that's going back to last season on the road against teams with a losing record. Nice 80.8% ROI if you faded him, and it is active today with the Rangers and Dunning on the road against Joe Musgrove and the Padres. So let's roll right on into trend number 2. And guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell for notifications. I would really appreciate that. For trend number 2, we are going to look at the Colorado Rockies just this season when they have had a day off. So rest greater than 0 basically means they did not play yesterday. They've had at least one day off. So we'll hit the SDQL button, and you'll see that the over-under is 1-13. Only 1 over, 13 unders. These games stayed under by more than 2.5 runs per game. And you can see that it is active today. The Rockies at home against the Athletics. So let's move right on into trend number 3 for today. And guys, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up to like this video. I would greatly appreciate it. For trend number 3, we're going to stick with just this season's data. We're going to look at the Toronto Blue Jays. We're going to look at them at home. We're going to look at them when they are off a win by 4 runs or more, so previous margin greater than equal to 4. And when they're facing an opponent with a win percentage of 26% or higher. So this season, the Blue Jays at home off a win by 4 runs or more and facing a team with a win percentage of at least 26% this season. And we'll hit the SDQL button, and you'll see that the over-under is 0-8, no overs, 8 unders. These games stayed under by an average of 3.5 runs per game. And you'll see down here, this is active today. The Blue Jays and Kevin Gausman against the LA Angels and newly acquired Lucas Giolito. So let's roll right on in then to trend number 4. And guys, if you have any questions, any angles or trends or situational scenarios that you'd like me to look up that might be active today and you want to see how they've performed in the past, drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to look them up for you at some point. If you have any suggestions or requests, please drop them all in the comments. I would love to hear from you. For trend number 4, we are going to stick with just this season. We're going to look at the Cincinnati Reds. We're going to look at them in the second half of the season. So as you know, MLB has a 162-game regular season. So whenever we want to look up just the second half of the season, we always go with game number greater than 81. We're looking at when they're facing a National League opponent, opponent's league equals NL, and we're looking at them when their opponent's average opponent's runs is greater than or equal to 4.5. So in other words, these are teams that have allowed at least 4.5 runs per game on the season. So you put that all together. We're looking at this season, the Cincinnati Reds in the second half of the season against a National League opponent that is allowing at least 4.5 runs per game. You hit the SDQL button, and you'll see that despite a line of near even money, the Reds are a perfect 7-0 this season, winning by more than 3 runs per game on average. A very nice 96.5% ROI. And that apparently is going to be active in all 3 games in this series in LA against the Dodgers. And guys, we've got one more trend to go for today. And before I get to that, though, just a quick reminder here. I do have my football special going on at dbbets.com. You get to pick the freebie that you get with this special deal and basically why you should buy my football this season. I was number 1 in college football last season across the board in profit, in win percentage, and in return on investment. I was number 1 in the NFL in profit 2 seasons ago, and I am number 1 at WagerTalk in NFL the last 2 seasons combined in profit from 5% NFL max bets. And guys, the details on my special deal are going to be in the description below this video. You do not want to miss the special deal, and I do not know when they're going to take it down. We're just about into August. The NFL preseason is going to be kicking off shortly, so this deal is not going to last much longer. So please get to dbbets.com right now and take advantage of that special deal. For our last trend of the day, we're going to go back to last season, and we're going to look at Houston's Christian Javier. We're going to look at him when he is facing an American League opponent, and we're going to be looking at him when that American League opponent is scoring at least 4.9 runs per game average on the season. So we'll hit the SDQL button. And you can see that despite being an average underdog of about plus 107, the Astros with Javier are actually a perfect 7-0, winning by about 2.7 runs per game on average. So that's a very, very nice 106.4% ROI. And that is active today. Javier and the Astros at home against Shane McClanahan and the Tampa Bay Rays in what could be a preview of the ALCS. So that, guys, is going to do it for today. As always, if you have any questions, anything you'd like me to research for you for today's games, drop that in the comments. Also, don't forget about that football special at dbbets.com. Get that now before they take it down. And as always, best of luck on all of your wagers today.